Hi guys, how's everybody doing? I'm doing pretty good. It is nice and cool outside today. It's been in the 90s again. We've had up and down weather, crazy. It was hotter than heck yesterday, and this huge black cloud came. I mean, it just covered the whole area, and a storm just came and blew all the hot air out. Thank goodness. It hailed, the wind blew, water was coming in my house. I have a porch in the front. The wind was blowing so hard that water was coming up underneath the door. I had to go get two big old towels last night and put them in. I mean, it was crazy. It only lasted for like an hour. It was a nice rain though, and it cooled everything off. And I have the doors all open now and the windows open, so it's so much better. It's like, I don't know, 63, 64 degrees today, so it's much, much better. It's supposed to get chilly tonight in the 50s, so woo. I am making a pot of stew for dinner. My husband had to go to school. I'm done, but he still has a class to go to, and I have to have food ready for him when he comes home. And I had lots of things to do. I've run all kinds of errands and everything today, so I put all the stuff in a slow cooker cooking it. And so when he comes home, I'll say, look what I did today. Hopefully I'll get to vacuum before he comes home. I started doing this video a while ago, and for some reason my video just turned off in the middle of doing it. And I can't slice anything together. I don't know how to do it, or splice, whatever you call it. I can't do it. I haven't really taken the time to learn this computer, this new laptop. I just don't have time to sit down and mess with it and learn how to do those things. Somebody needs to just teach me how to do it. I'm really bad about self-teaching. That's why I told my husband I could learn real estate online, and I thought, maybe not. I better go to class. Maybe not. Anyway, I'm going to read on Bernie Sanders today. Sorry, you guys, that I haven't been online. I have had a sinus infection. Remember, my headaches were so bad? Well, I've had a bad sinus infection, and I've been taking some kind of medicine, and it just knocks me out, and I feel like I hardly can do anything. And today I did not take it. I'm like, I'm not taking that. I'm not doing it. So I'm feeling a lot better. It's getting better, but it's very stubborn. It's very stubborn, and this weather doesn't help, I'll tell you. Anyway, I want to take a look at Bernie Sanders. I have all the cards laid out, ready to go. I'm about to read them. And I don't know. I was going to tell y'all something else, but I don't remember what it was. It'll come to me in a minute. Anyway, I'm doing fine, and Johnny's doing good. Everybody's doing really well here now that it's cooled off. We have nothing to complain about. All right, guys. The first card that I get for Bernie Sanders, this is the bottom of the deck that I just dealt from. This is the flavor of the reading. This is Queen of Swords. The flavor of the reading is that he really needs to keep calm. And I think that his wife is the calming effect in his life. And I'm sure that she's trying to get him to calm down. But the overall reading is he needs to calm down. That's what this means. Calm down. He thrives on stress. He's a go-getter. He likes to just keep moving, and he just thrives on stress. He loves to be going and going and going and going, and that's what's got him in trouble. The first card that he gets is the Knight of Wands. This is a good representation of Bernie. He's very passionate, and he's got a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of energy, and he's like the Energizer Bunny. He just keeps going and going and going and going. And when he has a pain or discomfort, or if he's hungry or thirsty, he ignores it and he keeps going. And that's not good. He needs to slow down, watch his blood pressure, because he does have a temper. He really does. This is reflecting this Knight of Wands. This Knight of Wands, he's got a temper. He can, be aggressive. He can be very aggressive, and it's not good for his heart condition. So he really needs to calm down. But this is Bernie in heartbeat. That really is him. He's got a lot of enthusiasm for an old guy. I tell you that. He's very energetic for an older man. Okay. Crossing over his card is this one, the Seven of Cups. he's doing way too much too soon, you guys. That's what this is all about. And it could be very dangerous for him, you know. Would somebody please tell him he just had a heart attack? I mean, come on. You know how it is when after you've had a heart attack, you've had either a family member, a mother, father, or spouse that's had a heart attack, and you really have to change your life. You have to change your life. You can't just keep doing the same old things. You have to take your stress level down and you have to slow down a little bit, you know. You have to recover. And I don't think he's really doing that. So it's a little bit dangerous for him. Overlooking his situation is the Five of Wands. Um, you know, this is just signifying the competition that he's in for the Democratic nomination. Even if we don't see it, there's a lot of conflict involved, you know. Even though we see them out on the debate stage, they're all being kind to each other and respectful and all that. But let me tell you, behind the scenes, there's a lot of aggression and stressfulness going on. A lot. There's all kinds of things that we could never even imagine going on. So it's very dangerous for him, you know. There's, like I said, he needs to be in a calmer situation. He needs to calm down because he's in a lot of stress. He really is. But that being said, he's doing what he was meant to do. This is the Hierophant. This is the foundation of his situation. You know, being in service is Bernie's calling. That's his calling. That he has always wanted to be president, always from a very, very young age. So he's on his life's path. He's following his passion. He's doing what, you know, he wants to do and what he's truly, truly passionate about. So this is him fulfilling his purpose and, you know, just doing his calling, you know. He really is. He can't help it. It's just he's got to do it. You know what I mean? It's his dream. He's fulfilling his dream and he's just got to move forward. He wants to be president. If it's the last thing he does in his life, he wants to be president. It's so important to him. This is his past card, and it's the Wheel of Fortune. And I think this was the heart attack. So this was, you know, this was a good fortune. Now you can look at this card and say, okay, he had a heart attack, so his fortune was bad. His fortune is turning to, you know, to be unlucky and it's bad. Or you can say, he had a heart attack. He got the care that he needed. He didn't have to have open heart surgery. He's doing very, very well. He only stayed in the hospital, overnight? And he's doing very well. So you could say this is a good omen. That's how I would read it. I would read it as a good omen because it could have been it could be a debilitating heart attack. You know, it could be a heart attack that you needed open. If he would have needed open heart surgery, he wouldn't be on the campaign trail. He probably would have had to stop. That would have been it for him. You know, he would have needed 6 weeks off, you know, and it would have been a different ball game. So I think he's had good luck. So he has good fortune. This heart attack was good fortune for him. It was good fortune that he got the help he needed in the time that he needed it, and he only needed a stent. So I think it was all good. That's the way I see it. Of course, it's not good to get a heart attack, but if you're going to get one, if you're going to have a heart attack, hopefully you'll get the care that you need and you'll be able to get a stent. My husband has a lot of stents. He's had a heart attack when he was 40, and he has had stents put in every 4 or 5 years. He has another stent put in. So yeah, and he did change his diet, and you know, he does try and he does exercise like crazy, but some people just make a lot of plaque in their arteries. Okay. Anyway, this is his future card. This is the Eight of Swords. He is worried about his health. He really is. And he's used to pushing himself and ignoring when he's, you know, he's ignores when he's tired. He ignores when he's hungry or thirsty or, you know, has a pain. He ignores it all. And it could be deadly. It could be deadly. That's not something that he can do anymore. He really can't. But then he feels like if he doesn't campaign like a madman, that he's going to, you know, lose his place in the polls. So he's at a place right now where he's trying to see what's more important, you know? And I think, for him, he's going to say that it's more important to be the president, but it's more important for him to represent and be in service to all of us to get Donald Trump out of office, that's more important than his health. And that's kind of scary, but this is where he's at right now. And that doesn't mean he's really completely made that decision. That means he doesn't see things clearly, that he really needs to think about his position and where he's at and take good care of himself, That's where he's at right now. He will, I'm sure, walk a tight line. Hopefully he will, so he'll stay healthy, and hopefully his wife will be able to reel him in a little bit. I think she'll have to keep him from overdoing, because he is the kind of person that he'll overdo it again, So that's not good, because we want a president that's healthy, right? If we're going to vote for him and put him in office, we want him to stay there for the 4 years and hopefully 8 years. It's kind of crazy, isn't it? Okay, this is his state of mind. This is the King of Cups. He is making a real effort to control his emotions. When we see the King of Cups, we know that this is all about emotions and having a balance. So he's trying to balance everything. He's making that effort. So that's good. I'm glad to see this. It's uppermost in his mind to, not be too stressed out, keep everything in moderation and balance, try to still be on the campaign trail, but also, balance it out. So maybe he's not going to push himself or ignore himself as much as he was before. I'm glad to see that card. That's good. This is the Lover's card. No, he's not taking a lover. Would you like to sign up to be his lover? I'm silly. This is about, I think they're already, I'm sure this is about his running mate. Yeah. That's what this is about. He's already talking about who will be his vice president. So he's in talks with them. I will bet anything his first pick would be Elizabeth Warren. I mean, for sure. But she's ahead of him in the polls now, so I don't know how that would work. She's probably hoping for the same, that he would be her vice president. And you know what? I have to say, when I was meditating on Bernie right before I dealt the cards out, what I got in my vision, I got a pair of bookends. It was brass bookends, but they were boots. I can't make this stuff up, people. I don't know where this comes from. This is just, spirit giving me a little guidance and telling me, because I was asking all about Bernie, and I see brass bookends. So it feels like he's going to be on one of the ends. I don't know if that would mean he would be president or vice president, but that's what they were showing me, that he's keeping everything together. That's what bookends do. They keep all the books from falling down. They keep them all together. So he's helping keep everybody together. So that's good. He's probably keeping us all together and uniting us all together. So it's good. He's doing a good job and doing a good thing. But I don't know if that means he'll be the vice president or he would be the president. But that's the vision I got. Okay. The next card that I have here is the Four of Pentacles. He really is holding on tight to that dream of being president. He will do anything, even if it kills him, even if it, literally, even if it kills him, he's not going to let go of this dream. That's what this is all about. His hope is to be president, of course, and his fear is that, it's going to kill him, honestly. But he won't give up no matter what. He won't. He's going to hold on tight, and he's going to stick in it no matter what. He will stick with it. He's holding on tight. So that's just how Bernie is. He's not the kind of person that gives up at all. So we're going to see more and more of him, I'm sure. This is Seven of Pentacles. Well, the good news here is I don't see any big health crisis coming up for him. I do feel like he needs to take care of himself. He needs to, watch, you know, watch his stress and all that, like I had said. But I don't see anything major coming up for him. I don't see, there's no tower, there's no death card, and death doesn't mean death. It would just mean something changed. Now, I don't mean it as death, but I don't see a horrible card for bad health. So that's good. And then this is a good card. This is the outcome card, and this is pretty good for an outcome card. This is a Seven of Pentacles. This is hard work pays off, but will it be enough? So that's always what's behind this card. There's always a little bit of doubt behind this. So we know that, he's been working for this all his life. And he's going to need to work on improving his health. That's what this is about too. So I don't know. He needs to make some adjustments to his lifestyle, and whatever he focuses on. So if he focuses on being healthy, he'll be healthy, but he has to focus on that. He's got to make that, important part of his life. So I wish this was, just an out and out, tell us what's going to happen, but it's really not. This is all about, working hard for your goals. And, he's doing all the things that he should. He's done them all his life. We know that, but we're not sure if this will pay off in the end, So there's no guarantees. That's what this card usually signifies. There's no guarantees here. So I guess Spirit's not going to let us know what's going to happen with his nomination. If he's going to, because I really want to know if he was going to get the nomination, but this card is just saying, there's no guarantees. So there's no guarantees that he's going to be the president. Okay. But he's worked really hard to become the president. That's for sure. And he has, like the vision showed me, he is keeping us all together. He's uniting us all together. And hopefully, he'll be able to keep that going. And no matter who is our Democratic nominee, hopefully he will continue to do what he's doing and work for them also. I hope he does. And I hope it doesn't take him a long time like it did with Hillary, if it comes to that. If he's not the nominee, I hope he tips his hat towards that person a little bit earlier than he did with Hillary. Okay, guys, so that's the Bernie Sanders. It doesn't look like any horrible thing is going on with his health. It looks good. He's on the mend, but he needs to take it easy, of course, and hopefully he'll listen to his doctors and do just that. Okay, guys, I'm going to do another reading here pretty quick. You guys take care. If you'd like to get a reading with me, just contact me. My email is down below, and I'll get together with you. This is what I do. I do a reading in this style that I just did here, and it's a Celtic cross reading. It's probably a little more in detailed when I do a personal reading, of course, and you get an angel card with it also, okay? So if you'd like to get a reading with me, just let me know. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and hit the bell to be notified for the next video that comes out. And what else? Like my video if you like it. Share it, okay? All right, guys. Thank y'all so much. I'm reading all your messages. Sorry that I was away for a while, but I appreciate your patience. I'm all done with school, and I'm ready to make videos. All right, guys. Love you. Do something kind for somebody. It'll always come back to you. Oh, did y'all notice I got new glasses? Look, you like them? They're a little bit bigger. I had such a headache looking through those little bitty glasses when I was at school. It gave me a terrible headache. Every day I came home with a horrible headache from my glasses, I would take off one pair and put on another, and I got these, and they're a little bit better on my eyes, so I hope y'all like them. All right. Bye for now. Y'all take care.